Hey there, welcome to another episode of the REI Friends podcast. My name is Catherine Storing. I am your host, and today I am coming to you from my car. If you are watching instead of listening, which you can do via YouTube or Spotify, you will see that I'm in my car and I'm actually in a neighborhood that I'm interested in purchasing because sometimes you have to leave the computer behind and actually be in the environment. So welcome to the episode. I hope you're having an amazing day. I wanted to talk to those that are seriously thinking about doing the first house hacking or the first investment property, and they're trying to figure out how do they get started. I have an actual list that I wrote out that you will be able to download from the website. I'm gonna put the link right on the description of this episode so you can download it and get started and be able to go from thinking or being overwhelmed about what things to ask for or look for in a property to actually getting started. Okay, so let's start the episode right away. So as you know, this podcast show started because I have wanted to, and I am documenting my REI journey, like how I do my first house hack. Now, I have been delayed because of different reasons. Life happens. My daughter's going to college. Lots of things are changing. I'm building a team. Lots of things are going on. And I could feel upset, defeated, because my plan is not going according to plan. However, it is happening exactly as it needs to happen. I continue to educate myself, continue to go out and look at properties and get myself ready for when the time comes. So for many of you that have been listening for a while, you know that I bring you amazing people that are already real estate investors that are doing great things. But I also know I have a lot of people that are listening that are just about to buy their first property, are thinking about it, want to do it, and haven't done it for whatever reason. So I thought, let me share the things that I'm doing. Again, this is a kind of it's not an exhaustive list, but it's a list that you can use. So I thought I would bring that to you. Again, you can download it as a PDF from the website, so no worries. But I wanted to help you get really clear on what property you should buy, what things you should be looking at instead of trying to look at things that you cannot help right now. Like me, for example, I got myself in a place at the place that I can go because of where I am with the time of space, thinking about where I want to go, and also bandwidth. My bandwidth, I really cannot add one more thing at this moment, but they are things that I can do. So this is where you come in, what things should be thinking about. So let's say that you want a house hack. And as you may know, house hacking is when you buy a property that is multi-unit, or even you can house hack with one unit. But let's say that you're buying a fourplex or a triplex. You live in one unit and you rent the other ones, and most of the time either your living expenses are covered, your rent is covered by the other people paying the mortgage, or it gets diminished tremendously. Okay, so that's an option. So that's what house hacking is. So you want to decide what area. Okay, so I'm literally in an area that I'm interested in, because it's one thing to think, okay, I want to be there, but have you driven? Have you gone to that place? So narrow it down to an area, narrow it down by this, if it's a state, the city, the sub-city, what neighborhood, even what street. Okay, then you want to know what type of property. For me, it's a triplex. I wanted to do a fourplex. That might be an option now that I change states and where I want to buy. So for me, it's a triplex. Then you want to know what's the condition of the property. Do you want it to be turnkey? Do you want it to be a fixer upper? Do you want to do a burr? What do you want to do? For me, I want to do turnkey. I'm not doing any repairs. I know I'll pay more money, but where I am right now, my first property, that's what I'm doing. When do you want to buy? Like, I know I want to buy this year, whenever you're watching this, it probably already happened, but this year is what I want to buy. But this year is not a date. So for me, November will be amazing to be house hacking any which way that I can. Okay, so find out, give yourself an actual time frame of when you want to do it. What is the age of the property? Do you want to buy brand new? Do you want to buy an older home? Now I live in New England, so homes are pretty old, but they do have some new construction, so you need to know that as well. Now, how do you want to buy this property? What kind of loan do you want to do? I know I want to do FHA because I'm going to do multifamily, and my state is very expensive, and even 3.5%, it's a lot. I actually did the numbers, and it's good to know your numbers. What are your numbers? What is your budget? So for here, my budget is pretty high because of the state, to be able to buy that many units, right? So you need to know what your budget is. How much do you have for your down payment? And if you don't have enough for your down payment, did you know that there are programs available to help people buy properties, down payment assistance programs that you can do by just getting educated and attending a one weekend seminar that's available. I'll see if we can add that information to the PDF, but I cannot promise. Okay, so that is something that you want to know. You want to set up your search criteria either on Zillow, Realtor.com, any of those apps and websites where you can put down, hey, for me, it's a triplex in such and such zip codes. This is my range. So you can get on a daily or weekly basis the email and know what properties are available based on the criteria that you are looking for. Because what happens is oftentimes we don't realize that we need to be surrounded by the things that we want. So having that app or that website do the work for you, listen, okay? Who's got time to be looking at properties forever and ever and ever? But the apps or the websites can do it for you. So that's something that I would highly, highly recommend. Now you can set that up to get emails daily, which can be a lot. You could do it just one email that has a summary of all the properties available. So it's really up to you. It all depends on what you can handle, but you want to be consistent. So you want to be looking at, if it's daily, look at daily. If it's weekly, make sure that you're looking at that so you can be consistent. Okay. Do what I'm doing right now. Drive by the neighborhood. See yourself there. Because maybe sometimes I have done it before where I'm like, oh, that place is affordable. I want to live there. And then when you go by, you're like, there is no way I want to live there. Like, no way. Where I am right now, I can see myself. I'm literally here. While you're there, find your favorite coffee shop, the coffee shop that you will actually go to. Find where the grocery store is and find out if they have your type of grocery store. If you do dry cleaning, I don't, but if you do, find out where the nearest dry cleaner is, your favorite CVS or Walgreens. It's really your choice. But make yourself at home, literally. Find all the things, all the places that you go to on a regular basis and find out if they have it. Frequent those places, okay? Drive by, see yourself in that neighborhood and see if that actually matches your lifestyle, what you're looking for, and where you want to spend your time. It's so, so important when we do that. You want to make sure to see how long it takes you to commute if you have a job, to commute from the new place to the job, right? Or to your office, whatever it is. You really want to immerse yourself. It's almost like an experience, right? You want to know what it takes, what it looks like, and actually get excited before it even happens, okay? Now, once you have all this information, all these things in place, you want to get yourself an accountability partner. Someone that probably is also into real estate investing, maybe is already investing or is thinking about investing, and you want to tell them all the things. What's your criteria, where you want to buy, when you want to buy. You want to probably share like screenshots or links of the properties so you can get feedback, so you both can get excited. Maybe even ask them, hey, this is my criteria. This is what I'm looking at. This is what I want. What do you think? Having an accountability partner for my personal life, for my businesses, for my career, it has changed, transformed everything by having someone that I know I'm accountable for. That's going to ask me the hard questions. Did you look at the properties that you set up on Zillow? No? How come? Okay, the following week, did you look at them? Let's look at them together right now. Accountability is key, especially if you are a parent and you're busy and you have so many projects and so many things. You need somebody else that's going to help you and be there for you and be able to answer those difficult questions, okay? Once you do that, time is going to be going by. You're going to get more information and you're going to realize, like me, that some of the neighborhoods that I thought I would want to buy are not longer on the list. I don't want to. It's not gonna happen, okay? Because I drove by, because I realized the traffic. I'm not a traffic person. Let me know if you don't mind driving. I live in Massachusetts, but I live outside of the city, and I cannot imagine driving to Boston on a regular basis. Now, I do it from time to time when I'm going out, when I have to do something downtown for business, but I'm not sitting in that traffic for an hour and a half, 2 hours every day. Not my ministry, not my thing, but it might be yours. So you need to know all those little things. And if you have children, definitely want to look at the schools, because you need to know if it's a school district that is going to be able to meet your, or even exceed your children's needs. I know that when I moved to the North Shore of Massachusetts, my daughter had been going to private school her whole life. And one day she was done with it, and it was the end of the year. We needed to move. So I needed to move to a really, really, really nice neighborhood, because we needed to go to a nice schools. And guess what happened? We did that. And my city is unbelievable, which is why rent is so expensive, because a lot of people want to live there, because the school district is amazing. So having said all of that, let me know if I forgot any of your criteria, any of the things that you would like me to include in the PDF file that I'm setting up, and I will be more than happy to ask my assistant to add it and update the PDF so it can be complete for other fellow house hackers that are excited about getting started with the real estate investing journey and be able to do the thing that they've been wanting to do forever. Get in the car, okay? I'm telling you, I am having such an amazing time today, just driving through little streets. I'm looking to make sure nobody calls the cops on me because I'm just parked on the side of the road. But this is a nice neighborhood. I don't think that, one, people are home, and two, that they would call such a nice, lovely lady like myself, but you never know. So there you have it. Be encouraged. I know that the interest rates are what they are, and maybe the market is not what you wanted. And I know things are changing. Things are sitting now longer than they were before. Your offer might be accepted. Get your criteria tight. Like, be super, super duper clear on what you want. What is it that you want? And get yourself ready, because you never know when the right property is gonna appear. It's gonna be on your search. Somebody else sends it to you because you're so clear about what you want that you can say it in a one quick sentence. You can say, I'm looking for a triplex. My budget is $750,000. I want it turnkey. I'm doing an FHA loan, and I'm doing 3.5% down. And I already have my certification for first-time homeowner, and I qualify for down payment assistance. That's very clear, okay? So if you know, and also North Shore, and I can tighten that up if somebody were to DM me and say that they have a property for me. So if you have that down, I'm telling you, you're closer than you think. I'm so excited for you. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Remember, you can watch via YouTube, or you can watch via Spotify, okay? Thanks so much for listening and watching. Next week, we'll come back and we'll bring you more episodes with amazing experts that are doing tremendous things in the real estate space. But in the meantime, I wanted to bring you this because I know I wish I had this when I first got started. And so I hope this is helpful to you. Thanks so much. Make sure that you subscribe and let us know what's your favorite part of the podcast show, because I'm certainly having a great time, but I want to know if you are too. So thanks so much. Don't forget that I love you, that I'm rooting for you, and I'm going to see you super duper soon. Bye.